Hi, guys, and welcome back to Beer, Wine, and Shine. So, this is part 2 of my Apple Pie Moonshine experiment. Now, this has been sitting for a few weeks. Look at all that junk in the trunk. That's sediment. That's not fermentation sediment. That's pulp and probably a lot of pectin. I don't know what all it is. I know it's a lot of pulp. There's always been a cloudy substance that goes into my ciders after they sit for a while because I've never used a pectic enzyme in my cider. Maybe I probably should, huh? I don't know. Never used to use this stuff. I just recently started using this stuff, so I always forget. Well, the top part's really clear. Bottom part's got all the junk in the trunk. If you shake that up, it goes brown. The top part looks more like apple cider, or apple juice, I'm sorry. But I want to get a little taste test. I think I'm going to taste this other one, actually. This one's got more in it. We're going to get us a little taste tester. I'm going to taste test her before I stir it up. It's a little lighter than I'd like it to be, making a mess. Now, that's pretty clear. Looks more like apple juice. It's not exactly the color profile I was going for. However, if you shake it up, it goes brown. It looks like any other apple pie moonshine I've ever had. Of course, the bottles on the other apple pies I've ever had always said shake well before use, and they're always in a brown bottle. I wonder if there's something to that. I've never looked. But I mean, I've had some of this. That's all I've done. Shake it up. I mean, it's good. Oh man. Oh man. Now that may not be the color profile I'm going for. But oh man, that is smooth. It's definitely got enough cinnamon in it now. Okay. And we are going to try to brighten this up some, okay? I think I'm going to keep this jar right here. See, now look at it. That's a beautiful color. I like the way it tastes. All right. I do want to brighten this up some. I'm going to keep this other jar just like it is as a control. I got just under 64 ounces. I got me some apple juice. Now, this is apple juice concentrate. Okay? I got the concentrate and I got it for a reason. One, it's cheap as dirt. But this has so much sugar, I couldn't even get a reading on it. But I put it here in my little measuring cup. Now, if you look on the back side, you can get a better reading without like having to duck down, you know. So I filled it exactly to 500 milliliters. Okay. That's an 1138, 500 milliliters. So I took the apple juice concentrate. I added distilled water up to 500 milliliters. That is 1138. Okay. Try not to break that. Now, because I don't want to change the alcohol content, this is going to be important. This here, apple cider, was a 1078, and I added my 136 proof to it. Okay, that was a 1078. So this needs to be a 1078. Okay, so I need to add enough water to this till it reaches a 1078. And then I will use my formula to find out how much of my white liquor of choice here at 136 I need to add to it to bring my liquor here down to 80 proof, because I want my apple juice to be the same sweetness at the same proof as my apple pie shine, so that it doesn't change proof. Okay, that's important. You can't just add juice to it. You won't have 80 proof. You'll have 40 proof. And who wants to drink 40 proof liquor? On the button. 1078. Now, some of you, especially if you actually watched my last video on my Apple Pie Moonshine Experiment Part 1, you might be a little curious as how I come up with a 1078 of my apple cider there when I mixed it. Because I didn't take gravity reading. I didn't really see a reason to. I wasn't fermenting it. But afterwards, I realized why I probably should have. For this very reason. But I took me an educated guess. I know that I reduced my cider down by half. I also know that my cider is a 1052. So that's the number I went with, 1052. Maybe it was a 1054. I don't know. Maybe it was 1056. I don't know. I went with 1052. As you reduce your volume, your sugar ratio in your volume goes up. So your gravity goes up. So I just took 1052 plus 26, because that's half of 52, is 78. It's a 1078. Close enough is good enough for the girls I go with. So, if it's a little off, oh well. This is a 1078 now. So, now I need to figure out how much shine I want. My workspace is starting to get a little crowded. Got me some jars here. I got me one control. I'm going to keep it like that because I kind of like it. I got another one that I forgot to grab apples. I was going to put some apples in it, just apple instead of juice. Brought, of course. I'm always forgetting. I'll get some apples. I'll throw them in there. I'll let them sit in there a couple weeks. I really don't expect it to do much, but you know, everybody puts apple slices in it. So I'm going to end up with 1 pint of original apple pie moonshine, 1 pint of apple pie with like 2 slices of apple, 1 pint of apple pie with juice, and 1 pint apple pie with juice and 2 slices of apple. That's going to be my experiment. I'm going to let them sit. These, after sitting, have changed a little bit. They've melded together. Dude, it is, I like it. It's good. It could you still use a little bit, but being cold and refrigerated, oh my goodness. I don't freeze my stuff. I usually drink my stuff neat, right off the shelf, room temperature. I don't care. I drink it neat. But this stuff here, refrigerated, man, I have a hard time just not down in the hatch. That's why I wish it was 100 proof instead of just 80. But anyway, I digress. I don't really know how much I need. So I'm going to start out with 400 milliliters. Bam. On the button. All right. Got me a little mixing jar here. That's 400 milliliters. All right. Now, if you remember my formula, y'all remember what it is? I remember what it is. That's why I use it. So, formula for proofing down liquor with sugar in it, and you can test this with water to make sure it's right. I have, is original proof 136 divided by desired proof 80. Okay? Then you multiply that number by your volume, right? So we're dealing milliliters. It's 400 milliliters. And then you minus the 400 milliliters equals 280. All right. That's 280 milliliters that I need to add. So, to make this a little easier, we're going to go okay. That's 200. I'm just going to go ahead and pour this in here. Okay. Just going to pour me some to get me some. Now it's a 20 milliliter deal. There's 20, I need 80, right? 40. 60. Really need to work on the length of these videos. 80. Hope you all enjoying it though. Okay. Now this should be 80 proof. That'll warm me up. Okay. Now that I've got me some of the right concentrate right proof juice. Now I can literally decide exactly how full I want these. I'm going to put it right on 2 cups. All right. Now here's the hard part. How much do I put in? Do I do a 50-50? Do I do a 75-25? What's going to taste good? Now, there's no spices in this, but let me tell you, there's enough in here. Okay. It has enough spice. It has enough baked flavor, I think, to carry it. It is good on its own, but it's on the border of overpowering, especially after it's set for a little bit. So, okay, so I know I need 2 cups. I know 2 cups is what I'm going for. So I don't need all of this. That one's for you, Randy. Big old mess. Okay, had to think about it for a minute. I poured that back in there, but I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do this so that I know I have a right ratio. 2 cups is going to fill a pint jar. So I'm going to go with 1 cup. Now, like I said, this is going to be to taste. And I don't know if I need a 50-50, an 80-20, 25-75. I don't know. So here's what I'm going to do to figure that out. I'm at 1 cup. I'm going to pour in I think we're going to go with 1/2 cup. This is the bad part about trying to come up with a recipe and doing it while on camera. There's a lot of stopping and stuttering and thinking. So that's 1 cup of apple pie, 1.5 cup of my 80 proof juice. Okay. Now this is going to throw off my number a little bit, but that's okay. Close enough is good enough for the girls I go with. Ooh. So it is a little bit tough because this is new make. This has new make in it, but it's been melding for a couple weeks. It is mellowed out. This isn't bad to begin with, but this is like, I mean, smooth. So this has the harshness that this still has, that this doesn't. So I'm trying to look past that. It's not bad. It's just not as smooth as this. So the more of this I put in, the little bit harsher it's going to get. And I don't want to overdo it. Man, you know what? I mean, I'm not displeased with the original product. I think I'm going to let that sit. You know, maybe let it sit for a week. Come back to it. Okay. So let's get on with it. If it needs more, like I've got plenty, you know, I could keep adding it. That's the point. You can keep adding it. Let it sit for a couple days. Taste it. If it's not right, you keep adding. But there is a point where, I mean, it is supposed to be apple pie. So, I mean, I'd drink this all day long, as is. So, it's a whole lot better than things I've bought off the shelf, in my professional opinion. So every 1 cup, I added half a cup. That's what I need to know. Okay, I have 2.5 cups of juice. That is 5 half cups. Okay. So that tells me 5 cups of juice. I mean, of apple pie. Okay. Because for every cup, it's a half cup. I got 2.5 cups of 80 proof juice. That's 5 half cups. That means 5 cups of okay. That's 2. It's 4. Almost on the button. It's not on the button. That's 5 cups. 2.5 cups. Already measured it, right? Oh, and this is some more of it. Same stuff. Okay. And I'll leave just enough room for a couple apple slices later. Okay. Now I'm gonna write down. I'm gonna put some tape on it. Write it down so I don't forget which jar's which. Tomorrow I'll run to the store. I'll grab an apple. I'll cut it up. I'll throw it in there. Easy peasy. I'll let it sit for a couple days. If it needs more juice, I can add more juice. I got plenty of it. I can't get out of bed in the morning without making a mess. Did I put another cinnamon stick in there? I don't remember. I'm trying to talk softer, and I think I'm just growling more than I am. I hope this turns out. I am trying to work on that. Be pretty cool if I knew how to do it properly. How many things am I going to dirty up for this? Probably an easier way. I'm probably making this more complicated than it needs to be. Oh, freaking bummer sauce. There it goes. Oops. I'll get that later.